this Salvador constituency, after the final collation, total vote cast 59,779. Total rejected ballots 473. Valid vote cast 59,306. Based on the statistics that we did on the valid vote cast, Another Frank had 29,640. Patrick Tete 92. Fume Philibert Amenope 29,433. Golo Kofi 61. Mustafa Rashid 80. So by the power invested in me as return officer for Samuel constituency, I do hereby declare Frank Anodonpre as MP elect for Samuel. Leader can try.
The pin sheets are copies of that is given to us by the EC. How today, when the numbers are different, we need to point it out. This is fraudulent. These are cooked figures we can't work with. We've got PC that you gave to us. That gives us the edge. That makes us that actually connects to the fact that we duly won the election. How? This is a collusion going on. They're singing the same chorus. Continue with the original pin sheet. Continue with the original pin sheet. But we have pointed out the challenges we have with the numbers. We've pointed it out. We don't produce pin sheet. We have always maintained it's a copy that is given to us by the EC. So if the copies that you've given to us, right, everything is intact on it, but the master pin sheet that you've brought, and interestingly, even the NPP doesn't seem to have pin sheets in more instances. They don't have it here. So what is the challenge here? The point is that we've asked them specific questions. How do we proceed when the copy that you've given to me, right, the copy that you've given to me, you gave it to me, I don't manufacture it, it's your copy of a master pin sheet. Why do you today present master pin sheets that are totally different from that? Something untoward has happened. Something criminal has happened.
So you think that the Electoral Commission has manufactured master pin sheets?
Of course. From the onset, you could see the collusion that had happened, the collusion that had gone on between the NPP, the EC, and the security organizations. This is untoward. This crime scene we can't be part of.
So, hello, ma. I know. Are you? Excuse me, man. What's the agitation? There is a lot of confusion on the Ablikman North table. The NDC doesn't seem to agree with what's ongoing here. Mr. Tanku. Hello, sir.
Don't listen to that nonsense. Don't listen to that nonsense. Don't wait to listen to that nonsense.
All right, so let's get the declaration.
The rest of other polling stations, we hold on till the commission gives. So we are holding on until the commission gives a final determination. I have come to the end of my work. I refer everything to the commission. The commission should take over. I'm done. Thank you. Now we have 62 outstanding polling stations. 25 of them NPP has tendered in. NDC must also bring their pin sheet for us to confirm those 25. If we are able to do those 25, we will left with 37. As it stands now, we are left with the 62 polling stations not collated. I'm done. No, I'm not declaring today. I'm referring everything to the commission for the commission to take its own decision. I'm done with my work because I cannot continue with this recollation again. My name, yes. What I'm saying is that NPP tendered in 25 of them, and NDC must also come to the table and verify those 25. And then the 37 left is outstanding. So now making 62 outstanding with 25 to be verified by NDC. Now I hand over everything to the commission. I'm done. I have authenticated one. It's left with NDC to say yes or no, because that was the game we began. The game was when you bring a pin sheet, your other side will say yes or no. So it is up to them to come and say yes or no. I'm the returning officer of Ablikman North for Bay Vicente.
Why are you trying to do that?
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. The fact is that as I stand here, I don't have any document to continue, and both parties are also not having. I'm coming. I have not given a document to NPP.
I'm saying that at the polling station.
Yes, and I'm coming. And NPP cannot continue to even give me the 37 left. They are saying they have scanned seats. The scanned seat came from a primary source, so I need that primary source. So that is you have to prove it. So what I'm saying is that those 37 I cannot continue because both sides cannot give me anything to work with. Thank you.
Thank you. The TMA Central seat has just been declared for Charles Forson, the NPP's candidate, Charles Forson. Mind you that seat was originally declared in favor of the NDC's EB Bright during the coalition exercise on December 7 and December 8. Now, that was disputed, and the Electoral Commission has done the recollation today and declared in favor of Charles Forson. Now, that declaration, recollation and declaration, was not done without controversy. Because the NDC raised concerns that the Metro Director for the Electoral Commissioner in Tema was, taking charge of the collation process instead of the returning officer. Now, his argument was that the returning officer would be in charge of the collation process, but as and when he needs to step in, he would. But that was disputed by the NDC. Who were represented here by the candidate for TMA Central, E.B. Bright, and Member of Parliament for South Dai, Roxy Nelson Dafiameko. Because of these disagreements, Dafiameko and E.B. Bright left the coalition center and abandoned the process. They said they weren't going to be part of the process because for them, the court had declared that the coalition exercise be redone. But the Electoral Commission, the returning officer, the metro officer had wanted to just collate the 2 polling stations that were remaining, but they wanted a whole recollation exercise to be done again. And so they left the process, and the recollation exercise continued, but not by the returning officer. I had earlier spoken to the returning officer for Tema, who gives his name as Brobe. He says that he was not going to continue with the process until there is a compromise reached between the NDC and the NPP reps, because for him, his life has been threatened, his family's life has been threatened, so he was not going to go ahead without the NDC's representatives being present. So he left, and then the recollation for TMA Central was done by deputy returning officers. 2 of them did that recollation exercise. Finally, where the member for the candidate for the NPP, Charles Forson, has been declared winner for TMA Central.
Hello. Good afternoon, media. My name is Harrison Kwabna Ejakwa, Deputy Returning Officer for Okaikwei Central. The court order given yesterday and by the EC directive that we have to recollate the left polling stations that were not added to the previous declared one. That in total they were 31. So that is by the court order we came to add the 31 polling stations to make it 141 centers, including special voting. A previous declaration, Patrick Yabuama got 14,949, and Abdullahi Abubakar Sadiq got 15,383. By the 31 polling stations added today, Patrick Yabuama got 6,150, and Abdullahi Abu Baba Abubakar Sadiq got 3,985. Total for Patrick Yabuama is now 21,099. And total for Abdullah Abu Baba Abubakar Sadiq is 19,368.
Can you repeat it?
The total valid votes cast for Patrick Yabuama is 21,099. And total valid vote cast for Abdullah Abu Baba Abubakar Sadiq is 19,368. Total rejected is, total valid votes is 40,467. And rejected ballots, total rejected ballot is 198. Of the votes in the box is 40,165. Per the results, and by the court order, I do hereby announce and declare that Patrick Yao Buama has been elected as the MP for Okaikwei Central Constituency. Thank you.
Hello, sir. Finally, congratulations.
Thank you very much, media. Thank you very much for your patience. I know you've all waited for some time to listen to the declaration. In elections, to compete is part of democracy. To lose is part of democracy, and to win is also part of democracy. So let me congratulate my competitor, the National Democratic Congress, and also use the opportunity to thank the teaming supporters of the NPP in the Okaikwei Central constituency and the National Party at large. We fought a good fight, we waged a very good campaign, and God has been so good to us. We thank the good Lord for giving us victory. Thank you for the support from the leadership of our party and from Parliament. You can see the majority leader here, and some members of Parliament, as well as some members of the general public and the constituency around to support and witness this very important declaration. I thank you very much, media, for your presence. God bless you.
Two candidates filed for nomination, and at the end of the day, they went through successfully. So at the end of the poll, as the name appeared on the ballot paper, Elvis Osei Sandapa, at the end of the poll, had 16,058. Abubakar Sadiq had 15,372. The total valid votes, that was 31,430. Rejected ballots, 242. So the total vote cast was 31,672. Now, if you look at the total votes obtained by each and every candidate, Honorable Osei Sandapa had more votes, which is 16,058, than Abubakar Sadiq, who had 15,372. So by the powers vested in me as returning officer for Ahaho Ano Southwest constituency, I hereby declare Elvis Osei Sandapa as MP-elect for Ahaho Ano Southwest constituency. I so declare. Thank you very much. Representing New Patriotic Party, NPP, and Abubakar Sadiq also represented National Democratic Congress, NDC. My name is Kojo Kankam, KK for short. Thank you very much.
My name is Amati Ajauto, Techiman South, returning officer.
Camera, please look in the camera. Yeah, look.
My name is Amati Ajauto, the returning officer for Techiman South constituency, Buni East. Techiman South constituency, Oni East. And after the collation, these are the results for the Techiman South constituency. Please, things I can't see from. Martin Kwaku Aje Mensan Kosa obtained 46,663 votes. Christopher Baire Baswente obtained 43,429 votes. Donko Moses obtained 140 votes. Boyong Idris obtained 76 votes. Total valid votes are 90,308. Rejected ballots are 844. Total vote cast are 91,152. Issues with 2 polling stations. They are DA Primary School, Bamri. They have 657 voters. Islamic JHS, Abu also have 481 voters. If you add them up, you get 1,138 voters in these 2 polling stations. And they have issues. So even looking at the votes for the individual candidates, even if all the 1,138 voters in these 2 polling stations vote for the first runner-up, that is Christopher Baswente Bayire, still Martin Aje Mensan Kosa will still lead him by 2,996 votes. I said there are issues with 2 polling stations, and they are DA Primary School, and they are excluded from the valid votes that are casted. Bamri has 657 voters. Islamic JHS Abu also has 481 voters. If you add them up, you get 1,138 voters. And as I said earlier, even if all these voters vote for the first runner-up, that is Christopher Baswente Bayire, still the winner, who is Martin Aje Mensan Kosa, will still lead him by 2,096 votes. With the power vested in me as a returning officer for Techiman South, I therefore declare Martin Aje Mensan Kosa as the MP-elect for Techiman South.
Whoa!
The candidates had Martin Aje Mensan Kosa had 46,663. Christopher Baire Baswente had 43,429. Donko Moses had 1,140 votes. Sorry. Boyon Idris had 76 votes. We had 90,308 valid votes. Then 844 rejected votes. And then we have the total vote cast are 91,152. Thank you.
Obuasi East, Nsawam Aduejiri, Techiman South, and TMA Central. So how many have we counted so far?
7.
We've counted 7.
Okay.
It's not about 7. 7, an absolute number. So all we can say is that glory to God. Democracy and rule of law require patience, resilience, determination. As a nation, we've come far, and I don't think that allowing violence and chaos will solve our problem. My joy is that both parties took matters up in court. The court has ruled, and the constitutional body is doing its work. Let's not overstretch the pillars of democracy through our unlawful conduct. Let all of us conduct ourselves peacefully. For me, Dr. Bawumia has set a positive pace for all of us, the political class. The first time in the history of Ghana's elections that a presidential candidate has conceded long before the official declaration. We've never seen this in our history. So for me, that is one thing that we should all emulate. All these things about leading mob to attack vigilantes, attacking collation centers, insulting people and all that, it won't help us as a country. Sometimes, depending on how it goes, somebody will be happy with it. But you know, with time, it may catch up with you yourself who is benefiting from it today. So I would want to urge my colleagues in the NDC. We are all one family. We are a family. In Parliament, we don't fight. We all debate on issues. When we finish, we go and sit at the coffee area, eat together. Sometimes I wish the cameras would come and capture us there, where we buy food for one another, we eat together. We don't even find out whose food it is. Perhaps Ghanaians don't know that as a political class we are one. But at the same time, we should not create a certain impression to our followers that would lead them to be lawless. So let us all accept the process, encourage the electoral body to do its work, so that at the end of the day, democracy will win. There are times that we are not happy with certain decisions in Parliament, but that is democracy. Mr. Speaker makes determination. You would have to accept. If you disagree, you express it and you move on. So I would congratulate all my 7 colleagues who have won and wish them well. We are going to meet in Parliament. We are now in opposition. We had 82 seats previously declared officially. These 7 adding to make us 89. We have Domiko Abenya pending. We have Ablikuma not pending. We are hoping that the processes will be followed so that we know the final outcome and then we can count our numbers.